Midweek insights for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Meteorologist Danielle Noyes here. We've only hit the century mark 28 times in recorded history in the city of Boston. The hottest ever temperature, July 4th, back in 1911. We hit 104 degrees. The last time we were at or over 100 was back on June 24th, just last year. We hit 102 degrees, the hottest June temperature ever. Last time we hit 100 twice in a year was back in 1952. We've got a shot at it at least the next couple of days for Thursday and Friday. And notice across the country, many spots, 95 to 100 degrees across the eastern 2/3 of the country, breaking records. Again, that's the map on Thursday, and look at it again on Friday. We're talking near 100 in Boston, 104 in DC, 100 in Nashville, hotter in portions of the Tennessee River Valley, the Ohio Valley, the Mid-Atlantic, then the Deep South. And I know I showed you the heat risk map over the last couple of days for the Northeast, but if I zoom out the view, you see what a large area are in major to extreme heat risk. So it does bear repeating this time of the year, particularly for those that have a tough time in the heat and humidity. You need to take it easy the next several days. Stay hydrated, drink water. Electrolyte drinks can help as well. Of course, if you are outside, having a sun hat on helps, seeking shade when you can, taking breaks, lightweight, light-colored clothing makes a big difference, and check on those who need it. Don't forget the pets as well. Take them out to go to the bathroom, right back in too. Notice how quickly on Thursday we rise through the 80s and into the 90s. A quiet start in the morning, hazy, hot, and humid, into the low to mid 90s by the time we get to late morning, feeling like it's around 100 degrees at that point. And I do want to show you that there's not a whole lot of action in terms of thunderstorm risk. We talked about this yesterday in Insights. We've got so much warm air above our heads too. It's kind of acting as a cap, protecting us. Any thunderstorms that do develop on Thursday should be isolated, but notice what happens. They're not that widespread, but a couple do. Here, pop, pop, pop over the course of midday to early afternoon. Temperatures 95 to 100. Little bit of relief along Cape Cod, Mid-Coast, down East Maine. There will likely be some thunderstorms in far northern New England. In fact, northern Maine may have some that linger into the early evening. And because there's so much heat and humidity in place, any thunderstorms that develop, the heavy tropical light downpours as we kind of wring out that moisture, lightning, brief damaging wind gusts. I've stopped things for fireworks time on Thursday evening, and notice most communities are just fine. There may be a couple of storms in northern and eastern Maine. It'll still be very warm and muggy. Friday morning, we climb out of the 80s into the 90s as early as mid-morning. Notice Boston sitting right around 90 by 9 a.m. again. Most areas during the afternoon, again, mainly dry. Then there will likely be some storms that pop again on Friday during the afternoon and evening. So bottom line, with this type of stretch, you do want to stay weather aware each day. Have our app. You've got it in the palm of your hand for any warnings that may pop up. Location alerts turned on. Over the course of Friday evening, any of the thunderstorms that come through on Friday will be dwindling by fireworks time for cities and towns that have it. Maybe an isolated one left over in a few spots. Notice the temperature still running in the 70s and 80s. Now, on the 4th itself, there will be more scattered action. We've got a cold front coming in, so that's more of a trigger, and some slightly cooler air above our heads, so that creating more instability. So scattered action Saturday afternoon to the evening hours, still a few isolated storms possibly around over the course of fireworks time. Any storms that develop may become strong to severe on Independence Day. And then Sunday, the greatest risk of storms is southwestern New England, but watch that closely. We do break the heat on Sunday somewhat with highs in the 80s and then cooler air at the coastline. So by the time we get to Monday, it still may be warm in southwestern New England, but many of us may actually be running in the 70s with an onshore wind. Big beach boating time, right? I just want to show you the predicted wave heights are pretty quiet close to the coastline. Although Thursday during the afternoon offshore, we've got some 5 to 7 foot seas, but you have to go all the way east of Wilkinson Basin to run into that. But some 6-7 footers here from Georges Bank back out to the northern flank. Near shore seas right on through the end of the week and the upcoming weekend will generally be like 1 to 2 feet, some 3 footers here for the National Seashore, mid-coast, and down East Maine. And the wind is fairly light. There'll be a breeze along the south coast, but each afternoon there are some signs a little weak onshore breeze may kick in. You notice it here on Saturday. Sunday it may shift a little bit more onshore over the course of the afternoon and into the evening hours. So boating, Wave action pretty quiet in the coming days. High temperatures either side of 100 on Thursday. Again, you factor in the humidity, and the dew points will be in the 70s, tropical, soupy air mass. And that's what really, the combination of the two things, makes it feel super oppressive. Feels like values up to 110, 112 degrees in spots. Thursday night, we don't drop out of the 70s, probably 80 in the city of Boston. So there's not much relief or recovery that occurs. It just is so difficult to cool down at night after we've been so hot during the day. Either side of 100 again on Friday, 90s all the way to the Canadian border. Saturday, Independence Day, a lot of green on the map with the scattered storms, but 80s north. Most of us like 92 to 98 degrees again, with the predicted heat index on the 4th of July, still around 100 degrees. So of course, few days out to be able to pinpoint the exact timing, but for the Esplanade on the 4th, temperatures will still be running in the 80s. Sunset is at 8:24. There will be a chance of a thunderstorm, and then we should slowly cruise back through the 70s. There's not likely to be a whole lot of wind either, generally 4 to 8 miles per hour. So of course, it's better to have a little bit of wind to blow some of the fireworks away. So we'll keep you posted on it all, and if you can track it, of course, on our free 5-star rated weather app. You get the interactive radar. Make sure it's on past plus future mode in the bottom right-hand side so you can see where the action is, where it's going. Hourly forecast for your city or town. You can pinpoint it. All the details, app.onedegreeoutside.com, and search 1 Degree Outside Weather in the App Store and Google Play. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this 1 Degree Outside video.
Get exclusive content, support the mission at membership.onedegreeoutside.com, and don't forget, free and 5 stars on the App Store and Google Play. Search the number 1 Degree Outside Weather.